Alright, my friends, back into boss. What am I doing here? Here we go. Excited for today. I got an audition. I received an audition yesterday, a self-tape, as most of them are these days, for a TV show that's really kind of cool, actually. I surprisingly had not heard of it, despite the fact that it's in its 5th season. But it's a bigger TV show, and if I get the part, to be opposite a very cool and a cool actor that I would like to work with. So, wish me luck. I can't start working on that until Tanya gets up, so we got an hour or so to do this. Boss of the city has been defeated. That's still down there. That's great. So, we need to buy food. We need to sell stuff. We need to remove our venereal disease. There was something else I wanted to do. Maybe even buy another spell book, by the way, because you know what we're going to do very first is look at the question mark and see if there's a... Shift G didn't work to learn a spell, but there might be some other key in this version of the game that you use that for, because we did miss a couple of spell learnings on our climb there. And that may be that if you don't have the book, you don't get the spell at the time you level up, but it also may not be. Let's go through the list. Food, D-cell. Yeah, D-cells are definitely for lanterns, that's what I thought, like battery-powered lanterns, like Coleman lanterns or something. Hurl an item to throw. There you go. That's how you use the frisbees and darts and stuff. H for hurl, not Y for yak. Do a skill from manual. We already know is M. There's nothing new there. Yeah, R is run a disk program. There you go. We knew what it did. I just mean, what was the official acronym? What did that letter stand for? Search, take off, use an alien device as U. Interesting, maybe there aren't rods in this. Maybe there's only alien devices and ray guns, because I'm not seeing a third option unless you covers both rods and staves, the equivalent thereof. Wear, wield, exchange a weapon, identify a character. Yeah, I'm not seeing a way to learn a spell other than, I mean, maybe you're seeing it. I went through, I promise you, I actually read through the list that time. Let me just make sure I'm recording this, by the way. I did go through the list that time. That said, I'm not seeing anything that indicates that we can do what I want to do. So let's do really quickly just the Shift V just to see. Oddly enough, the version information is telling us all about the version of Moria. It is not telling us about the version of Boss. Is it? Well, version 2 was January, February, March 1st, 1992. We're in version 2.4b. I'm just surprised it doesn't break it down further like that. Alright, let's return to the game. Now, I know the plus sign sold food. I remember seeing that. That was where the mad scientist was. Why does my numpad not... Oh, I know why. Fuck. 1 second, I gotta do one thing. I gotta unplug a portable hard drive I've been using to transfer my files back and forth to the other computer where I do my editing. Let me eject that safely, so I don't destroy the hard drive, and we plug in the little nubbin that transmits data to my number pad. There we go. Delete. There we go. Look at that. We can move and everything. The doors are locked. Is it nighttime or... The doors are fuck. Oh, maybe we're not allowed to do this while... Maybe once you clear the mob boss, you're not allowed back in? We can still get in the hotel. Let's at least get rid of our disease. We can go to the next place and do everything we wanted to do. Let's cure disease, which costs us 130, goddammit. Be more careful next time. Don't fuck a pit bull. I'm going to step on that 1 second because I think that might be the... It had no effect last time, right? The top right armor symbol. Maybe that's where you get the bus ticket. I'm not sure if this is the hotel. We're in an office building. I see no reason to do any of this. I don't know what it does. One thing I would really love is an explanation of what things do. If you're not going to... we don't need a loan. We could give him some money, but if you're not going to include descriptions of what things do in your game, which in an older game based on Moria, I can accept that. I would prefer it if you found a way around that, but memory was at a premium, maybe you couldn't do it. But at least write a manual, a physical README file, anything, any form of text document that I can open and learn the stuff I need to learn. You did not do that here. There's no manual for this. It's just a frequently asked questions, and it doesn't cover my questions, which is like, what's better, a baseball bat or a katana? Like, give me some fucking data. This still does nothing. Maybe it'll do something in a different city. Oh fuck. Well, we run the risk of getting trapped in a wall here. No, we got out. The world is reorganized. Ah. Now, if you look to the bottom left corner, did we have that before? No, that's the office building. Where's the hotel? What constitutes the hotel? There is that top centralized building that doesn't have a plus sign or anything. It doesn't have a letter on it. Maybe that's the hotel. Do you see an H for hotel? Are you scared? I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared that there's no way out of this. We're going to go into each building in turn. Doors are locked. The doors are locked. The doors are locked. It might have been that office building. That's one place we could get inside. What are these things? Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. A small-time drug dealer. I assume he's not to be killed anyway. Street beggar. Small-time drug dealer. Can't get any food if we wanted to. If we were starving right now, we'd be in really big trouble. I don't know if we'll come back to, if we can't find another way out, we'll search that building again. That square pillar of wall. I'm gonna guess. Oh fuck! There's something invisible here. Slaying it. I'm going to guess that that up arrow is the way. Another invisible thing. Doors are locked. But it might not be, right? Something I should mention, by the way, is having observed it. It's interesting how many things I miss when I'm playing, and concretely see when I'm watching it back. Oh, we can get in here. For some reason, the black market's still open. Let's try and sell some stuff anyway, just to do so. Well, I mean, what do we have that'd be expensive? That we'd want to get rid of. What does an unsatisfactory ray gun do? I don't even know. That's worth 22, sure. What did it do? A potion of gain constitution. Jesus, he sells that shit. It's pricey, but that's nice to know. Okay. Unsatisfactory ray gun was sneaking cloud. There you go. At least we learned it, right? Let's sell off some more of that stuff just to clear up some stuff. A maniacal ray gun. We're gonna find a ton of these anyway. We found a ton of them last time. Oh, he doesn't need more room. That's it. You don't have anything you don't have like food, do you? A Daisian screwdriver. Daisian screwdriver. I don't know. I don't know what that is. I mean, the word daisy is in it. Is that a reference to Daisy Duke? I don't know. I don't fucking know. It might be some sort of reference to something in Doctor Who, is maybe my guess, just having seen the screwdriver. I don't know. We also need to regain our constitution, which is currently deficient. All right, I think. Let me look really quickly at the rules while you're here, just because if we fuck this up, then the game's over, isn't it? FAQ. I'm going to search FAQ for hotel. Okay, how do the buses work? And is it possible to get back to a previous town? To catch a bus, you must have 1, completed the current town's dungeon. Check. Have paid off your loan, if any. Ain't got none. And 3, kill the town's local mob boss. Done. Then you may go to the hotel, which is undefined as to what that is. We found an office building. And climb aboard. Of course, there isn't any way to get back to previous towns. This isn't like Moria, where if you get in over your head, you can retreat a few levels. You're dealing with a mafia here. Blah, fuckity blah. Yeah, wouldn't it be fucking nice to know what the hotel is? Before we go back into the office building, only because once we got kind of fucked over in the office building, once we got kind of trapped, let's look at each of these staircases. Maybe one of them is you see a staircase going downwards. That's not what we want. Let's go look at the top. I mean, it could be coincidence that we just never stepped on it before. Let's look west. Staircase going downwards, as expected. Is there any chance that one of these is like, hey, you see a bus stop? There's also a person standing on that one. Small town drug dealer. You see a very steep staircase leading way, way down. Oh, that's interesting. Good to know for future that we can maybe find ones that just leap us. What I was going to say, by the way, guys, is that, yeah, I noticed in the playback that even though I sort of sensed it while we were playing, I got concrete visual confirmation that, yes, there were multiple staircases that led us leaps and bounds ahead rather than just going 50 feet at a time. There was at least one staircase we took that was 200 feet, and a lot of them were 100 feet. So that's why we were able to cruise through that dungeon so fast. I love that. I don't believe I've ever seen that in Moria, which implies either it was made for this game for the first time, which is cool, another innovation of boss, or it was a feature of VMS Moria that that we just never saw in Moria, or that I never observed it in 158 episodes and it happened all the time. I don't know. It's possible, I guess. All right, guys. We've checked every letter. None of the letters work. We are left with two options that I can think of. Three options I can think of. One, perhaps this central building. Let's search and bump into things. I'm literally going one square at a time, pressing S, then bumping into the wall. I don't think I'm going to find anything, but thorough experiments make for good science. I mean, oh, the doors are locked. So incidentally, that top left corner is an entrance. It's a shitty fucking entrance. That had better not be the hotel. Let's look east. You see a granite wall with a vague outline of a door. Okay, well, good to know there is a secret door there. Hey, wasn't the B the place we kept getting bounced out of? Is that still just locked? What did that say? We're fucking hungry. Isn't this great? We're gonna die in the goddamn town. We can get in B now. We didn't have enough money to go in there once. Remember that? Black market. That's what the B is officially, where the bouncer was. I mean, I guess we knew that from a few seconds ago. My memory is faulty. There are only two other options I can think of, guys. Or three. One is that the hotel has a secret entrance, which would be a shitty way to run a hotel, wouldn't it? Unless it's a speakeasy, I guess. And that for some reason it's locked. I'm assuming the reason things are locked, is because we've defeated the boss. But it could be that it's nighttime and things are locked at night, in which case it may reopen and such. The office building is the only place we can get into that seems like it might make some sense. I'm going to try it again. I mean, we can try eating. We do have K rations for the moment. We have a K ration. Then we're down to eating rat shit, guys. Fucking down to eating rat shit. I don't like this. Alright, we're in a large lobby. Good for us. This feels like it should be the right place, doesn't it? Let's look to the west. A hotel front desk. Catch a bus. It was there. It's an option. Okay, so you can sleep in the hotel. Max Footrooms Hotel. Or you can catch a bus. We could also apply for a job, which incidentally we totally forgot that was an option. We read it in the rules. We'll look in the next city to do that. There's no reason to do that here. We have to move on so we can get some fucking food. Let's catch a bus. Here we go to Boise. Boise, Idaho, I think. How the hell do I know these cities in the States? I've never been to Idaho in my fucking life. And I'm not American. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you're laughing at me being like, it's not Idaho, you freaking idiot. Hey, he runs a hotel chain. Want to apply for a job to see what it does? We could be a dishwasher. I don't want this. I don't want... We have plenty of money, but there's a way to get extra money without going in a dungeon. That's pretty fascinating, I think. Same layout here. Let's find out if the top right does anything now. Cure disease, we don't need to do that anymore. Dr. Mac the Knife Jones. It blinks. Let's watch the time for a second down at the bottom. Okay, I wasn't sure if it was like advancing the time when I did that. Alright guys, cross your fingers. Alright, we're out. Alright, here we are in Boise, Idaho. It's broad daylight as far as I can tell. Let's take off our our disposable flashlight. Did I do it? Did I successfully do that? Yeah, I don't see a light source anymore. It didn't really update it. That's weird. All right, we want to go, well, let's go building to building. We figured out what some of these things are. Of course, the left is the office building, which includes a hotel. There's probably, let's find out what this is. Is it always the top right corner? Top left corner, pardon me? No, there's a secret door somewhere in here. We just had to walk along, or maybe there is. Maybe there's not in this city, I don't know. Maybe Seattle's just a slimy city. Take that, any Seattleans who are watching. I don't know what you call a Seattlean. Oh, there we go. A manual of really, it's a cut versus Thieves Guild. That's interesting. A baseball bat with a spike on the end. That's got to be better than a baseball bat, I would think. That's all they have, but that's pretty cool. A manual of even better tricks. I guess tricks, I don't think that's what we want, is it? We want a tech manual. I don't know, we don't have any concrete evidence to say that we can't use prayers and such, but we did start with a tech manual, so I'm pretty sure we're allowed to use that, and that alone, perhaps. Ring of Protection would be fine, but we don't really need it, and especially if it raises my metabolism, I'm not interested. A raincoat, do you think that would go on outside? That's got to be a cloak. That's got to be something you can wear outside. It costs so little. Let's at least purchase that and learn if that's, the equivalent of a cloak. Nice brass lantern, too. Maybe buying that and a bunch of... I dropped my keypad. Could you hear that? That was a... Okay, it still appears to be functioning. I dropped my former keypad for this computer, the one that actually came with this computer, and broke it. So I'm a little nervous every time I do that. This one is it works, but it's not quite as good as substitute. Let's purchase. B. You'll force me to bankrupt buying my raincoat. All of my capital depends on that raincoat. Let's wear it. Let's press space. Let's wear a raincoat. Let's wear red rat droppings. You could wield red rat droppings instantly. A raincoat, Zed. Okay, it didn't say anything about removing anything, so let's get out of this. Let's go to equipment. We're still wearing a really old plate mail, but now we have, obviously, a raincoat over the old plate mail to keep it from rusting. That's just logical. All right, so that's the equivalent of a cloak, at least. Maybe the bathrobe was, too, but probably not. Bathrobe was probably the equivalent of a robe. They seem to do pretty linear translations of objects. This is the place that had food. We really, holy fuck, we really need food. We don't necessarily need a deadly pizza. I wouldn't mind K-rations. Can we get those? They worked. I mean, the vegetarian pizza and the deadly pizza are more expensive. Maybe they do something special, or B, maybe they're better than K-rations, but we can get away with K-rations. We know that works. I don't want to just buy one. Can I only buy one at a time? B. Oh, I can't carry anymore. Let's go sell some shit, and we'll come back and get more K-rations. I want at least 10, maybe even 20, and we'll try a straight dive. A laser rifle. We haven't even touched our fucking pistol yet. Not even once. Can we sell anything here? Let's see. Like, only list... Dude, list the items I'm allowed to sell. That's all I ask. I can sell to London? No. I'm sure we could hurl these things at something. I mean, what did we decide? L... Is this L? L appears to be for laser. No, G is guns. Okay, this is just guns. So he'll probably buy guns and ammo. We have our silver 45 caliber stuff. Oh, fucking visible thing. Didn't notice the experience. I assume it doesn't go up if you... Pile of camel dye. I assume that restores experience levels, is what I'm guessing that is. We should keep an eye open for restore constitution. The flak jackets are resist cold and resist lightning. For the time being, I prefer my old plate mail with a massive bonus to armor class, but RA, what does that stand for? Resist acid. CR, refitted Jarwangian patrol armor. We can't afford it anyway, but what does CR do? There is a list. They did provide at least that in the manual in the FAQ. What do the letters stand for? They give us that at least. It's something. CR is combat ready, is much less cumbersome than regular armor. Can't afford it though. If we could, I'd probably buy it. A big ass pickaxe with +6, holy crap. A katana with KR, just again, what's KR? with KR. Kill Robot. That's cool. A Kill Robot katana. It's funny. I mean, just something to note. They've got a big-ass name like Refitted Jarwangian Patrol Armor. Traveling back in time to ask Robert Kaneki, why the letters? Why like FT for Flame Tongue and not just say a katana of Flame Tongue? I mean, you could have appended that. I'm sure the string copy command or string cat command, catenate, would work, or whatever is equivalent back in Pascal. A wrench, which does +1 to hit and +24 damage of, what, destruction maybe? DST, Destroyer, does +20 damage, perhaps on top of that +20, or maybe not. Maybe that's including the +20. In any event, the black market is selling a lot of great stuff. I mean, Potion of Grain Strength, Jesus Christ, we got to get some money. That's got to be a prime consideration, obviously. What about an A? A is for alien devices, that's right. We can sell some stuff here. Let's sell. I'm going to sell off a lot of them. So we got to be able to pick up new stuff, right? Let's sell off the ribbed ray gun of Sleep Creature. I'm sure we can get a lot of money for it, yeah? Hell, fucking let's sell off the cold one. A curved ray gun of Cold Balls. That sounds like a ray gun you really don't want to have. We got a lot of money for that. We weren't using it at all anyway. I'm not saying that this is a wise move, but I'm saying it's a move. Half-baked alien device and maniacal ray guns. Sell each of these. They're not worth much when we haven't identified them. What happened? Oh, maybe let's get something to identify first. See if we can find a program of identify. Maybe he had it even in here. No. See if we can find maybe C was for computer, wasn't it? We can maybe find a floppy disk of identify. Unfortunately, no. The answer is no. There is an expert tech manual that I would really like to get. Matter of fact, I'll purchase it right now. Purchase C. Can't carry it yet. We got to sell off more shit, but then we are going to buy that because we need to have it on hand for when we level up, apparently. Let's sell off some stuff. Sell our fragmentation grenades. Sure. Sell our lawn darts. I'm pressing the wrong keys, guys. I apologize. Sell our lawn darts. Yes. Sell our frisbees. Yes. Sell our frisbees. Yes. Sell. I'm not sure what else he'll buy. What about a floppy disk labeled programs to find your aliens? Just to find out what it does. He doesn't buy them. So whatever we're in here, this is a ninja store, so obviously, large bricks are throwing weapons, as they are in caverns. Isn't that interesting? You can find bricks and use them as improvised throwing weapons. Nothing else here. Maybe the hand axe. I mean, that's got to be better than the baseball bat, logically. We'll come back. Maybe for a broadsword, maybe for a longsword, I don't know. I'm not seeing anything about extra hits, which incidentally, thank God. That's a good thing. We don't want to go to the laser weapons store. W is for weapons, or for, wow, ninja weapons. I don't remember what's what. T is for temple, of course. Okay, fair enough. I don't remember what everything is. Fuck, we're really... You know what, for now, let's take off the fucking ring, for one thing. Ah, fuck. T, take off. The, ring of speed. Let's, we'll put it back on if we go back in the dungeon. When we go back in the dungeon, not if. This would be a shitty game if we never went back in the dungeon. The rest of our game is spent in Boise, Idaho. Alright, what else can we get here? /sell. Let's sell some stuff here. Let's sell. A motorcycle helmet. Yeah. Sell. A bicycle helmet. Yeah. We carried a lot of shit that was just not worth much. I mean, it may have been worth much if we'd have identified it. But I've not been able to find whatever you used to identify. Apparently we had a tennis racket. Didn't even realize we had it. May have been better than my baseball bat for all I know. I don't know. Shouldn't be. Ping pong paddle. Worth 2. My God, I was carrying that. What else do I have that you'll buy? like a sucker. The old motorcycle helmet that was good until we got the... it was better than the gas mask. You won't buy it because it's broken. Let's drop that. He sells a foil. How much does he sell that foil for? I don't want to purchase. Foil. Foil's worth a fair amount. I used to fence years and years and years ago. I've probably told this story before. Nike's +2/+2. Yeah, we just don't know what we don't know what a lot of our stuff is. Let's go elsewhere and keep selling for now. I used to fence years ago. I was trained by, when I was 16, I was trained by a gentleman named Eli Secunda, who was at the time the second highest rated sabrist in all of Canada. And I loved fencing with foil. I fucking loved fencing with foil. I found it just a joy. But he was a saberist, and he really liked my style or something. I don't know, maybe he saw something in me. He said he wanted to train me in saber specifically because that was his specialty. And apparently I was good at it, to the point where he literally took me aside and said, it was always my dream to train send one of my students to the Olympics. And I think you're going to be that student, despite the fact that I started really late in life. I ended up quitting weeks later because I'm an idiot. But I didn't enjoy saber. The truth is, I didn't find it fun. Bouts were over in a matter of seconds instead of foil, which could last, in some cases, 10, 20 minutes. You'd be exhausted by the time you're done a foil bout. I don't know. Just didn't enjoy it as much. What are we in here? We've been in here before, the black market. We can probably sell something in here, for fuck's sakes. What are we trying to sell? Let's get rid of the bubbling potion if he'll take it. Sure. At least we'll learn what it is. What's a bubbling potion? Tell me. We could get the refitted Jarangian patrol armor, which is CR. What was that? Oh, yeah. Combat ready. +7 is something. I don't know what the hell's a +7 about. That might be +7 to hit or something. I don't know what that is. Maybe +7 armor class on top of that? I don't know. We'll try it on in a minute, maybe. Bubbling potion of slow poison. That's what that is. At least we know now. Navy blue potion, you'll buy that? Yeah. Yep. Navy blue potion was a navy blue potion of resist cold. So now we know. Will you buy my half-baked alien device? Oh, I wanted to find something to... no, you can't do it here anyway. Let's go over here and sell that shit. Again, it'd be better to find, an identify thing, but screw it. This will identify it in the process for us. And we need to clear up inventory so we can buy more down below. Sell. Let's sell. Half-baked alien device. Worth not much. What was it, though? Of light. Okay, fair enough. Sell. Will you buy my maniacal ray gun? Yep. Oh, fuck me. I did that wrong. The keys in this are kind of weird for me. Sell a maniacal ray gun. Yes. And it was a ray gun of confused creature. Okay. Worth a lot. Too bad we couldn't have identified it. Let's start selling the rings, too, because we're not going to wear them until we know what they are. We have 2 Neptunite rings. Let's sell one of those. We'll find out what the other one was. Yes. What was it? Oops. Neptunite ring. Did he buy it, or did it say he won't buy it? Yeah, I just pressed keys instinctively. Ray guns, ribbed ray gun. I don't see it. Maybe he wouldn't buy it. No, he bought it, man. It's a Neptunite ring of teleportation. Or actually of teleportation. Yeah, they won't buy that. That's a problem. So let's go outside and drop these things that we don't want anymore. Let's drop the Neptunite ring of bullshit of teleportation. Oops. Let's drop the broken motorcycle helmet that nobody will buy. I would like to kill that pickpocket only because he's a pickpocket. He's not a fucking beggar. He's a pickpocket. And he's going to steal some of my shit. A fluorite ring. Sure. It's a feather falling. We did feather fall earlier. I bet you we have on, I bet you our shiny new boots are feather falling or something. A pink Floyd ring, which I part with only reluctantly. What was it? See, I'm not seeing it here. Do you find that interesting? Like, some of them show up here and some of them don't. I don't know what we sold. We learned what it was. We know that from the fact of the teleportation ring, but I'm not seeing it here. Am I wrong? Is it... Fuck. An alien device of unstick item, man. That would be nice. I would get rid of any curses we later find. We can start equipping shit left and right with impunity. Is there something here of identify? Because that would please me to no end. No, I'm not seeing it. Alright. What was I going to tell you? Further continuing just to share random information about myself because your end of the conversation is going to be lacking. I can't hear you. So I will talk to you about the expert tech manual. One of the favorite characters I ever got to play was a pickpocket. I used to play a character named Mike in Nothing in here we want. Oh, baby. Sounded like Bill Cosby there. Baby, we want the longsword. Maybe? Or the broadsword? I mean, it weighs a lot, though, doesn't it? Let's not do that right now. Let's go look at that combat-ready armor. He begs us for money. He touches us. Fuck. Now I'm killing you. That's what you get. Yeah, I used to play a character named Mike in a web series called Clutch, which you can still find online. Surprisingly, you can find it on YouTube, despite the fact that it has a lot of full frontal nudity. I don't know how the hell it's surviving on YouTube, but if you look for Vengeance Cinema or Clutch, the series, you'll find it. I played a pickpocket named Mike in that years ago. We started shooting that like fucking, I don't know, 9 years ago or 10 years ago or something, and then shot 2 seasons, and then the money dried up and it wasn't shot anymore. But we just recorded the last season as a group read through of these scripts. There was like three episodes just to wrap up the story. So we did a Zoom call because it had to be socially distanced. So it was a socially distanced Zoom reading of the final season of Clutch. You can also find that at Vengeance Cinema. I loved playing that character. It was a lot of fun. The foil is a good price. Like it costs a lot more than the baseball bat, and it weighs little. So maybe that's worthwhile. I'm afraid to buy shit when I just don't know, right? It is more expensive than the baseball bat and substantially less weight. But that may just be it's more expensive because it's less weight. I don't know, man. Can you not give me like a fucking hint here? Coach Crawldirt? We did buy the manual, right? We do have that? Yeah, we do. And we still have a lot of money. We're doing okay here. I still want to sell some of this shit if I can. Can I sell anything? Sell. I mean, the baseball bat with a spike on the end is more expensive than the aluminum bat and weighs more, so I'm guessing it's just better, but I just don't fucking know, do I? We don't... Is this us selling? A pair of combat boots. Okay. Sell. Floppy disks. Programs. No. Sell. Maybe you don't buy anything. I don't know. We buy rat shit? No. I don't know. Alright. This whole episode's going to end up being us fucking walking around Boise. There's a lot of stuff to sell and a lot of stuff to buy. Anyways, to finish that thought is if you ever want to see some very old acting I did, look up Clutch the series. I don't show up in detail. I show up a little bit in episode 1. I don't show up in detail until episode 4, but from then on I'm a main character in the series. It was a lot of fun. Alright, what am I selling / buying / doing? We want to buy rations. I'm sorry your wife was mad that you sold some food in your store at the price you have it listed at. Alright, we got 15k rations. We don't need restore life levels. We do need restore constitution, but you don't have it. Therefore, you suck. We don't want a new firearm just yet. We haven't even touched our own firearm yet. I don't have an indication of how effective it is. I wish I'd put all of my points into melee combat instead of into firearms, because we're not using it. Man, that potion of gain strength looks like it would be delicious. As does that wrench. That awesome destructive wrench. A football helmet, which we can almost afford, but not quite. Nuclear-powered motherfucking armor. I think I do want to get the refitted Jarwangian patrol armor. It'll probably drop our armor class. Let's check our armor class first. We have 49. I mean, it's going to be too late once we buy it. We're going to use it anyway. But let's purchase it. It is cool, but it can't carry that much weight. Well, then let's take off our old plate mail. and sell it. Really old plate mail weighed 290 versus the... You can't buy it. That weighs 202. It doesn't weigh that much less. Fuck it. Let's stick with our plate mail for now then. Really old plate mail. L. Well, unless we can, if we can find a place to sell it, we'll get it. Cold resistant is supposed to be nice. We're fucking weak. Maybe I forgot to eat when we. I should have eaten the fucking rat shit. I'll start eating that from now on because I do prefer the taste. Yeah, I'm sorry. The letters are not something I've fully absorbed yet. Computers, we know what this is. Can we sell at least our fucking program here? You've got to buy this. Yes. What was it? Entire inventory shown. Floppy disk of Beam Me Up, maybe? I bet you anything that's a return to... I bet you anything that's, what do you call it, a fucking town portal. Let's purchase D. Just one of those. Let's buy one of them and we'll have it for, like, going back to the surface if when we get to the bottom of the dungeon. If we do truly dive. We won't have to worry about, oh my god, can we make it back out with our food? Don't want anything from that store. Don't want anything from the laser shop. Just yet. No, that wasn't a laser shop. What was that? The loser store. Oh, this thing. He's got the same thing too. Really old plate now. Raincoat. A better raincoat. I mean, we could buy that. We know it'll work. It'll up our armor class by a couple points. And gauntlets, which would be better than our black leather gloves. Sure. Let's purchase L. Let's get whatever we can to help us survive. I'm sorry I have to sell you my raincoat. I don't know why he sighed. And a pair of gauntlets. Very simple. Alright, let's wield. A pair of gauntlets. And a raincoat of protection. Alright, let's sell this stuff off. Sell. Black leather gloves. Sure. Sell. A raincoat. Sure. Anything else we can sell here? Just be done with it. Pair of combat boots, will you buy this, please? Sure. I'm pretty sure my shiny new boots are better armor class, or decent armor class, and feather fall, because we did float gently to the bottom of a pit at some point. I'll tell you something weird about the way this game works, and maybe with Moria as well. Like, we're wearing really old plate mail that costs, or that weighs, I think, 250, if I remember correctly. Maybe it weighed 290. And it gives us 24 defense. The cheap riot armor only gives us 15 defense, and yet costs substantially more. Double, in fact, what the plate mail cost. Almost. Just kind of weird, because it's because of the pluses. Alright, I promise we're almost done here. But I don't want to lose this game, and therefore I do want to make sure we have everything we can get that'll help us in, major ways. Man, I would love to get that. We did find a place we could sell. We can't get it anymore. We bought too much. Maybe that's it. Let's go buy a few more K rations, because that really put the fear of God on me. When we go down, we'll put on our ring right away, and then we'll check the time. If it's been a half hour, then it's been a half hour. Sorry to tell you. Purchase a K ration. I'm going to get all the way up to 20. Although they weigh a lot. Let's go to 18. Should be plenty. We did the entire thing on 10 before, even including the initial excursion, so we should be fine. Let's look. Let's go down to the first level of the dungeon. I don't want to dive like a really deep one. I wasn't trying to do that. What's going on here? L west. Staircase going downwards. Okay. Versus L north. I just want to see if this one's like goes way the fuck down. Yeah. Steep staircase. Let's go down this one. And here we are at 50 meters. Let's kill let's put on our fucking ring of speed. We didn't get a better we're still using the goddamn baseball bat. Possibly stupidly. That was easy enough though. Let's get this. An objet d'art alien device. Alright, let me check the time. It is now incidentally Tuesday. I don't think we have even as low as a week's time limit, because he mentioned the fact that loans come due with Donnie Darko, or whatever the fuck his name is, Danny the Dollar or something, once per week. So I'm pretty sure we have more than a week to accomplish this. If I'm wrong, I apologize. What was I looking at? Oh yeah. How long has it been? That's been 40 minutes, so I think we're going to call it right there, guys. When we come back, we will explore the rest of, well, we'll start exploring. Possibly the entirety. I'm going to try and dive straight and see if I can do it. Unless it starts getting tough, in which case I'm not going to be stupid. But we'll try and dive straight and just see what we can find and what we can kill. And see if we can get rid of the Boise mob boss as fast as possible. I'm going to play one more round. Probably by then Tanya will get up. I don't want to strain my voice either before this audition, so that'll probably be it for at least the morning, if not the day. Probably the day. Probably we'll go for a bike ride later. All right. Talk to you later, all. Let me go back into here and press Control Z. I did it. And I will now stop recording. Watch.